The round table.
Gentlemen,
Aye.
let's broaden our minds.
Lay on, gentlemen, and let them know what's what. Fire at will. It's time for action, gentlemen.
Gentlemen of the round table.
What's the topic of discussion?
Civility, gentlemen. Always civility.
Is Nuggets a racial slur?
It's one letter away. I'll tell you that much.
It's multiple letters away. It's 2 letters. It's 3 letters.
It's 2 letters away from a racial slur.
But it's very close to nigglets, which I like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. An I and an L.
I'm fine. I think Niggets is even better, though.
Start this. We're on fire.
I don't know. Yeah, that's fine. All right, Marcus, is everything sounding good?
Bomb the rest of the podcast.
Oh, it's going to be terrible. Eddie, let's get...
It's going to be terrible.
Pray to the Lord, Ed.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear God, why is the devil so cool? He looks awesome, talks awesome, great parties, and of course the piles and piles of gross sex. Sex so hot that it could melt Africa. So hot that Satan beats off to it himself. The devil. Sweet, sweet Satan.
Satan.
Lucifer. They call him Lucifer because that's what he does to all the women he meets. His thorny, Holden McNeely shaped cock screams in beautiful agony.
Oh, yikes.
Satan. This prayer is now for you. I have not smoked weed in hours.
Wow.
What up with that?
What a jackass.
Hey, Satan. Do you know why Jews don't believe in Satan?
Satan.
It's
Why?
because you leave them alone, and we appreciate that. Well, at least for the last 60-some years. They are the chosen people. They were chosen to have the most money, coolest attitudes, artistic integrity, and their women were chosen to have great floppy milk sacks that just ooze the nectar that makes their babies shine and their men deal with all that unbearable complaining.
All right.
So to you, dear Lord Satan,
A little insight.
Satan.
thank you for Jews and get me weed. Jewish people are cooler than black people because I say so in the name of the Father,
Wow!
and the Holy
Proclamation!
Spirit. Amen.
Welcome to the Roundtable of Gentlemen,
Great
everybody.
prayer. Great prayer.
If you don't say so yourself.
Statements.
They're also black Jews.
There are some black
Let me
Jews.
see
Those
that,
guys
Eddie.
are crazy.
Let me see that, Eddie. I'm going to put that up on the wall.
Oh,
That's very nice. All right. Who's around this round table?
Jackie Zebrowski, I'm going to go ahead and debate and say that Jewish women aren't the only ones that have floppy milk sacks.
I agree with that.
Thank you very much.
They are just the milkiest and the creamiest. Ed Larson.
All right.
Holden McNeely, I'm not high, so there.
He is high and he was playing Grand Theft Auto 5, and that's why he was late to the podcast
God, I
today.
hate that shit.
Fucking sniped a bunch of dudes, and I flew a plane with a bunch of meth, and I
Nobody
dropped it in
cares.
the
The
water.
thing is, like, people don't care about anything you say. I'm Kevin Barnett, pretty cool guy. Bought some pumpkin ale beers the other day because it was windy outside. Some dude told me to do it.
Well,
You know
I'd
what?
rather
That's
hear
what I
Holden
did.
talk about Grand Theft Auto 5. That's what's
Very
so
interesting
sad.
what I just said.
It was interesting. I apologize. Did you want to... I stepped over your...
Oh, I was going to keep talking about that for another 30 minutes.
Okay, well, you know what? We're just going to stop you there. That'll be good. And in the Chugglehead today, we got Jordan Temple. Thanks for being here, Jordan.
Cool beans. I'm Jordan Temple.
Cool beans. I'm Jordan Temple.
Yeah.
Maybe Jews are better than blacks.
Maybe. Cool beans.
I don't think if Jews were better than blacks, Jews would have to get a new job. I don't know how that works.
Who's your favorite Jew right now, Jordan?
I can't think of any Jews off top.
Racist. All right, I'm Ben Kissel. With us, as always, we've got newsman Marcus Parks. Marcus, what's our first story, bud?
A mentally challenged Florida man who had saved up for months to purchase a copy of Grand Theft Auto 5 was robbed of the video game as he left a GameStop store this week.
Why did they rob Holden? Why couldn't it have been Holden McNeely they chose to rob?
After buying the game Tuesday afternoon, Rohan Dawkins was approached in a Delray Beach parking lot by a couple who pulled up in the car. Yeah, Delray, you know Delray?
Oh, yeah, it's right next to Boca, man. We used to bus in people from Delray just to make our school racially equal.
That's good. How was the school? Was it racially equal?
It was after that. Well, to the law, anyway.
Yeah.
After asking...
Kevin, a retort?
No, I got nothing, man. I've seen it happen a lot. I think it's great.
He used to get horse magazines. He's not allowed to fucking talk about this shit.
Well, I used to what?
Get horse magazines.
Horse Illustrated.
Yes, I may have subscribed to Horse Illustrated.
I had Dog Fancy.
Because you weren't here for the last. Yeah, when
No, I wasn't here. Yeah, I had a dog magazine.
Yeah, we talked about Horse Illustrated last time, but somehow Dog Fancy seems gayer.
Oh, it's definitely
It's only
gayer.
because they say fancy,
Yes.
but but to own a horse is gayer than to own a dog.
That is
Is
true.
it, though?
That
You
is
can't
true.
fight horses.
No, that's
Dog, have you
100%
ever
true.
heard about fucking cowboys?
Michael Vick
and
didn't
shit?
go to jail for fighting horses.
More than
the
fucking ring wraiths? Dude,
Kevin,
horse
Kevin, what's your favorite horse and horse dick?
You know, Jordan is getting to the hard news. Jordan Temple, everybody. Favorite horse, followed by favorite horse dick. Kevin, it's your turn.
Well, look, man, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of dicks I enjoy from different horses. I can't really say in specifics right now, man, but, I'm thinking about good things.
Black
That's
Beauty.
very
I'll say I pulled up horse fighting on YouTube. No less than 8 videos of horse fights.
Yeah, but they all take place in the Philippines.
And North Korea.
They're boring. What are they, just teeth at each other? I mean, they got the hooves that, dogs have claws and fucking,
They kick at each other. They got the hooves.
That's boring.
I feel like I have a new hobby.
Horse fighting?
Well, no, watching it.
Watching it, yeah.
All 8 videos.
No, we're going to dress up, Ed up like a horse and put him out there.
Go beat up all these people.
Exactly. Dress him up like Holden and send him out to the ranch. They're all going to think he's a horse, and he'll get ridden on and end up being the king of all horse fighters, which would be pretty great.
I can't believe this guy got his GTA stolen from him. Where was the security at this goddamn GameStop?
It was the
GTA
midnight
just
release,
came
right?
out.
Well, after asking Dawkins for the time, Tommy Davis, 27,
You got the time?
Time for you to give me that fucking...
The time. It's funny that Halloween is right around the corner and Bloods all around New York City, right when they're about to beat people up, ask you for the time.
Oh, it's
or
good
ask you
to
for
know.
the day. Like, it's 031 day. That's like the day
really?
that Bloods, have initiations
So, and what's
they
the color?
slash people.
Bloods are red, right?
Yeah. I don't
So
know
if
why
anybody in
that's
a red
code.
shirt in New York City asks you for the day on Halloween,
No,
what do you do? You
They
say
just,
nothing.
If you're just around them and they ask you what day it is,
You do
then
nothing.
You don't. They'll slash you anyway. But it's
Oh,
like,
okay.
They'll slash
It's all
anyway,
over
it's
by
fine.
that point.
31, it's like 031 is like a code for when they initiate people.
Can you say 031, then maybe they won't slash you?
No, if you just say October 31st, they'll just be like, "Oh yeah, you know that," and then slash you.
Oh, okay.
So
But
they're
if you
gonna
say, like,
slash you
I don't even know what day it is. What day is it?
So what you got to
Then
do
what do I
is
do?
you just got to start carrying around a knife. Someone asks you what day it is, you fucking
Slash
cut
him
up.
first.
Ah,
Or
very
you
good.
say, "Pardon me, sir. Would you like to buy some insurance for your home?"
That's probably a guaranteed way never to get beat up by the Bloods.
Just don't
You might
hang
just
around the projects, or if you're from the projects like me, then you actually know that. And you
What
can be
projects are
safe.
you from in New York City?
I don't know. I don't want to get beat up for that. Nah.
They don't listen
They
to
don't
this.
listen
No,
to
I
us.
promise you, they don't like it.
I know, of course.
Our
I'm
only
kidding.
black guy subscribes to Horse Illustrated. We're not exactly hitting that market.
I'm from a project right here in Long Island City, Ravenswood Project.
Wow, Long Island
Ravenswood.
City.
Ravenswood houses. It's lovely.
That sounds
It's actually
amazing.
a lot lovelier than Queensbridge and Astoria. It's right in the middle, working class. Some people make it to community college, so it's decent.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
You
I
have
just
a
like that
button-up
it has
shirt
a-
on. I feel like you got far.
I'm doing not bad. I graduated.
Well, everybody, I just want to let you know Jordan was our Make-A-Wish kid. And we're really happy that you were able to come here. He's the #1 fan of the Roundtable. And we're so happy that we could have you here and entertain you.
Thank you, Broham. I did make it far enough, and I understand that summering is a verb. So
That's good. All right, let's go back to this story. Marcus, so this poor retarded guy is walking out of the store.
A police report valued the stolen copy of Grand Theft Auto 5 at $150 because he had purchased the collector's edition of the game.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yep. During questioning, an apologetic Davis reportedly confessed to robbing Dawkins, claiming that he stole the property because he needed new tires for his car. Jones admitted that she and Davis went to GameStop intending to, quote, catch a cracker, which she said was slang for robbing a white person.
I knew that.
Definitely didn't need to be explained at all.
The only thing is, this kid probably didn't know how to play this game. I watch fully grown, not retarded adults like Holden that don't know how to play the game. Well, they do.
I mean, you want to save $135. It's more like it's safe for a lot of people around this table.
Yeah, but is he retarded? The kid's fucking retarded, right?
He saved for months, and yes, he is retarded.
$60.
He said
$60.
No, it's the collector's edition.
Comes with the boots.
He said, I wanted to play.
Holden, we're going to get your review in about 4 seconds, so think about your review for Grand Theft Auto 5, because it's coming to you soon.
He said, I wanted to play the game with my sister and my cousins. I was buying it for my family and me.
God damn it, this was a good person.
And look at him. He does. He's got retarded eyes, but
but they
he's barely retarded.
Wait, he's not a cracker.
Yeah, he's not a cracker. I don't understand.
They were intending to catch a cracker. Instead, they robbed Dawkins.
The retarded black guy?
Yeah, they robbed the retarded black guy.
That's
instead.
a compromise if I've ever heard of one.
Well, dumb people are stupid, or white people are stupid, so.
If you want to catch a cracker, I got a suggestion. Leave Del Rey.
Yeah.
Did I ever talk about this? How, like, in Miami growing up, there used to be a thing called Cracker Day. When
Yes,
I was just wondering.
Explain.
Well, if people haven't heard, Cracker Day was just a day. I forget what day exactly it was, but basically the point of Cracker Day
every
was
day for you, right, Jordan?
Every fucking
day.
For breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, it's always crackers.
Do they have it up here?
I don't know, but I don't even call it. Crackers is kind of weak to me. It's like cracker spawn. If you call them that, is like implies that their family is also crackers and their parents.
So cracker spawn is that's the most updated white hate that you can get. Okay.
That's all I got.
Well, yeah, no. Cracker Day was basically the whole.
I've got a new
premise of
Twitter
it was-
handle. Cracker Spawn. Follow me at Cracker Spawn.
Yeah, no, Cracker Day, you just found white people and beat them up.
Yeah.
I didn't participate in this, but yeah, that happened.
Well, you can be honest
bad
with
at
us.
fighting.
Yeah, exactly. I was scared.
Yeah, if you found like rich, like white, like Boca Raton, crackers, that would be a fun group of people to see get beat up.
Fucking shit out of them.
Exactly. I can see where the joy comes from that.
I completely condone it.
Definitely.
Cracker Day should exist every year. There
That
is a
should
real
be a
Cracker
national
Day.
holiday.
What is the real Cracker Day?
I mean, crackers actually is kind of not a bad term.
No, actually, it should make you feel good.
Yeah.
I feel like Thanksgiving.
Kevin, do you want to explain where the term
The origin
crackers?
of the word cracker comes from the sound of the whip cracking when you beat your slaves.
Still in power.
It's not. It doesn't. I don't see why that should hurt anyone.
I mean, it doesn't really make me feel good either, Kevin,
Yeah,
for the
it was a
record.
little
Yeah,
bit.
it's like a white guilt slur.
Maybe that's the point of it.
Yeah,
to
it
hurt
makes
you
us
with
feel
the guilt,
guilty.
but I don't really think it is.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah.
what there's cracker and honky, and I like honky.
Honky's
Yeah, I like
funny.
honky
Honky
too.
is a fun thing to say.
goofy.
Honkies is fun.
Well, you guys got to come up with better ones,
I
man.
know, man. It's tough.
It is
guys.
What do you mean, you guys? Yeah. Think about it, Eddie.
We'll workshop, we'll spitball, we'll
Yeah,
brainstorm,
exactly.
we'll find some good ones.
We'll come up
man.
with it by the end of the
goal.
episode.
Right now for this year, the rest of the year, that's all I'm working on is insults for white people.
Yeah, figure it out.
Slurs. We
Yeah,
can do
yeah,
this.
yeah.
This is a new thing. I learned that white people don't really like how they look, like what kind of white they are. Like they don't like the paleness. I didn't know that was a thing.
Well, some
I
do,
just
some
thought you
don't.
enjoyed your porcelainness.
I like the pale. I'm super into pale as fuck chicks.
Milky,
Olive,
white.
Olive? Chicks prefer the olive, don't they?
I like the
men?
pale as fuck. I like Scottish pale,
Irish.
This is gross,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Red
look-
hair, like
they look
pale,
sick.
see-through women. Yeah, I want to see their fucking organs.
Yeah, they do look ill. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see what I'm touching and getting into later.
Well, you were fucking a horrible and disgusting person.
Yeah,
In Florida, though, I feel like white people just look better. They just look
Well, they're
healthy.
tan.
Yeah, working outdoors.
I remember I had this cousin. He used to live in Maryland. Well, he still lives in Maryland. And every time, like, we'd mess with white girls all the time. But every time, like, he'd be coming to visit us, he'd be like, man, I don't understand why you do this, man. Why you fuck these white girls, man? They all fuck pale, man. All fuck gross, man. Fangs and shit, man. Fuck that shit. I don't like the white girls. And then, like, 2 days into being in Florida, it's like, man, fucking white girls, man. They're hot as shit. It's just better in Florida, man.
Yeah, exactly. Well, everyone's very beautiful in Florida. They have to have those beach bodies and
They
get
work
out there.
out, they eat healthy.
That's why we all left Florida.
But then they turn into leather sacks.
Which
By
is
the time they're
fine.
40, they all, like, the skin, white people's skin isn't made for
It looks like a
sun.
fucking ball sack.
Yeah, and it just gets Horrid.
Jordan, you ever been with a white chick or an Asian gal?
I actually broke up with a white girl this week.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
Nah,
yeah, you doing okay? You cheated on her? What happened?
Nah, it was just weird. I'm not gonna go into details about like.
Talk all about it. Yeah.
Of course.
What's her email address?
What's her butthole looking like? Did you look at her butthole?
Actually, damn. Well, I ate.
Did you eat the butthole? Because Kevin hates the
ate
butthole. I like you did. I like it too. Yeah.
I mean, whatever. I'm nasty. You should, if you're having sex, you should be as nasty as possible.
I agree.
Like,
no. Keep it contained. Keep it clean. Keep it safe.
You shouldn't be worried about
there's
your
nothing
bed
unsafe.
or your parents.
It's the Oregon Trail, man. We're gonna be fine.
That's why you're fucking
true.
alone.
I don't have sex unless there's like 20 to 30 clean like rags and towels around the bed. We clean after every push.
Yeah, the bleach buckets, right? That's why there's all those bleach buckets in the room.
She was actually my third white woman I've been with.
Really? Your third white woman.
White woman?
Yeah, no, he knows the age.
The W is aspirated when they're from Chicago.
That's great. That's great. And do you guilt them into fucking you at all, or you just?
No, I don't give a fuck. I'm handsome, so they're
That is true.
That is true.
That's the thing.
Is that true?
Ben's like a tall, overbearing monster, so you can see they're sort of frightening them into it, but not in a rape way, but in a afraid way.
In a charming kind of like, well, if I don't, he'll kill me kind of way.
Yeah, I better figure out a way to like this.
Yep. Well, honey, that's on you.
Learning how to like. Ben Kissel's book on relationships.
No, of course that's not true. Rape is a serious problem, and I would never do that to anybody. And women are great. And let's take.
so fast.
Thank you, Jordan. Let's not go crazy here. Obviously, there are social issues that the Roundtable likes to address, and that is one of them. And that's why Holden was prompted to bring up that so I could give you this PSA. Yes, that's right. Keep your hands to yourselves.
What?
And love everybody. Holden, what do you think about GTA 5?
Oh, very fun. Buy it up. Great, man. We're murdering people. Kissel, you were shooting cops in the fucking head last week.
I loved it, yeah.
Super fun, man. You just go around like the meth dude, and he's like blowing up trailer park stuff. Ed's going to be in it. I'm looking for him in the game.
That's right.
Ed is a biker in the game. I'll tell you what, any listeners at home, if you find Ed as a biker trying to get into a trailer.
Don't give away too much. I talked about this earlier. I signed a bunch of papers. I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's out now.
I don't know what the deal is. I didn't read the
but
papers
how do we
I signed.
find you? I want to find you.
He's going to be like a blue dot, like a random short thing in the game.
Yeah. I got three little tiny characters. You'll find me.
Trust me. Three. Okay.
Yeah,
if you find Ed and you can find a screenshot of him, post it on the Roundtable page.
Please.
Yeah.
They don't use my face.
Yeah, but they use his body, so you'll be able to spot
Like
it.
every woman that we know.
The big hunky body.
Do you use your voice though?
Yeah, my voice.
Okay.
Yeah, you're trying
I
to.
think it's a little silly about the game. I just watch walkthroughs on YouTube because my parents never let me get video games.
Right.
Because I would bust my ass right on my birthday, but fucking.
You would bust your ass right
I
before
would
your
get in
birthday?
trouble. I would get in trouble.
Always. Every time before your birthday.
Do you think they looked for reasons for you to get in trouble so they didn't have to buy you anything?
No, I just.
Your dad's like planting weed in your pockets and shit.
You messed up the card.
I love the idea of a dad like giving his son weed just so he can bust him for it, so he doesn't have to buy him a birthday gift. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't put that there, Dad. Well, I found it on you, so that's fine.
One time I got in trouble around my birthday for handing out flyers for this video game spot around the corner from my middle school. It was
You
called
got
the
trouble
Smugglers
for
Run.
working?
It was called the
Smugglers
Smugglers Run,
Smugglers.
and I think they were trying to fuck us. Like, I don't know.
The people at Smugglers Run?
Well, the fucking principal thought they were trying to fuck us.
Okay, so
and then
what
we
was
got in
Smugglers
trouble.
Run?
It was a video game store.
Literally trying
Literally
to fuck you.
And why do you think they were trying to fuck
take advantage of us because we were handing
Ah.
out these flyers for free, and we were supposed to be going home after school, and we were handing out these flyers and getting discounts.
Oh, I see. But you weren't blowing people in the back.
No, but the principal was just like, you guys are in danger, and also maybe this guy's trying to fuck you. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
So I got in trouble like that one year.
For being a
time,
victim.
Yeah, around the time Xbox came out, and I got Bionicles instead. I got like 50 Bionicles, and I was so pissed off.
Bionicles?
Bionicles is the fucking Lego.
Bionicles
The
are
Lego
kind of cool
dudes.
though.
They were
Oh,
cool.
the Legos.
Yeah, I would still play with a Bionicle over an Xbox.
I forgot about Bionicles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
I
too.
totally did
Yeah,
as
they
well.
look pretty cool.
They were fucking cool. No, but you can. Be
Were you happy to have Bionicles as opposed to the Xbox?
Yeah, because they had these capsules, and then when I started selling drugs, I used to keep like weed and shit.
What kind of drugs were you selling?
Oh man, used to sell weed, sold crack for like 2 or 3 months, and I was terrible at it.
Yeah, why were you so bad at selling crack?
Because I was just nervous.
It's a nerve-wracking thing to do. I will say that.
And I had some things I didn't like. I found out about myself. Like I was listening to a lot of 50 Cent at that time, so I was having a lot.
Oh man, he's bad.
You know, I was a teenager, and I don't know. That was the worst thing to have in my brain because I went to this boarding school, and the guys would feed me this, and I was like the only black kid, one of the few black males in the entire school.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, no black like role models. Here's some like rap music.
Oh, this is perfect. This is the greatest role model of all time.
Yeah, exactly.
So all I have to do is get shot 9 times, and then I get a record deal? Yeah, that's all you have to do. You just have to sell crack, and then you get a bunch of money.
He gave me Wu-Tang. He gave me some other stuff. I think I got into 50 Cent on my own, but I got into Obi Trice after Wu-Tang. I got Biggie, Wu-Tang, Obi Trice, and then 50 Cent.
What was one of the worst drug deals that you ever had?
Were
you ever? Was your life ever endangered?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, more than when you were handing out the pamphlets.
Yeah, this is crazy. Oh, definitely, like 1,000 times worse. I was in front of a store, and I was in a very vulnerable position because it was an open sale, and
so just in public there.
It was just
broad
like
daylight.
Midday.
What's open sale mean?
Open sale is just like
you don't know how much they're asking for.
It's just. You're in broad day. I probably am fucking this up. Open is just like you're very vulnerable to get caught. It's like
of course.
You're not tucked around the corner. You're just like, hey, you want some drugs?
Yeah, you're handing out flyers out front of the video game store. Yeah.
So that was terrible. I felt.
But then you got away with it.
Yeah, I never got caught. I actually got arrested for a bench warrant that I got a bench warrant for a ticket I never paid for.
Nothing to do with crack.
Nothing to do with drugs.
Well, I'm happy you're not in
all.
prison, Jordan.
I was in the Tombs for like a weekend while my mother was away.
The Tombs
what does that mean? It's like
the
Egypt?
New York City prison. It's the jail. It's underneath the streets. It's called the Tombs, and it's a goddamn living nightmare.
It wasn't terrible. Like fucking. I went
Did you make any friends?
Huh?
Did you get a nickname?
No. But they could have called me Jordy Boy.
This is fun. This is like a more you know for white people. This is exciting.
Please tell us more.
Tell us about prison life in jail.
No, listen, I'm learning a lot too, man. I subscribe to Horse Illustrated.
Barnett, you've never been arrested.
Nah. There was a time where I was like, maybe I should just do that.
Yeah,
you should get arrested.
Good life experience.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not worth it.
Oh, man.
It doesn't make you blacker. Your authenticity is in your spirit.
I don't know.
All right,
His
Jordan,
spirit
you
is
have a
not
5-minute
that
break.
black.
No.
He's really Barnett's really not that black.
He's Googled the word unicorn too many times to be black.
I have done
That is true. For all of our African American listeners, you can only Google unicorn 13 times before it's officially you have to.
I don't know.
Your card is revoked. How many times have you Googled unicorn?
I'm probably.
Well, you're still black.
Congratulations.
This is how black I feel I am, and there's no like spectrum or whatever. But like when I first started dating this white girl, we had like talking to each other, asking each other about our interests and stuff like that. And she was like, "What do you like?" And I was like, "I like to memorize poetry." And she was like, "I don't know about that."
That makes you black?
Huh?
Give me your black card.
No. I'm saying being black to me is just being yourself. I just happen to be black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're wearing a Canadian tuxedo right now.
Oh, yeah.
Are you Canadian?
Nah, he'd have to have the denim shirt as well to be a full Canadian tuxedo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Either way.
Not this fucking leaf shirt.
Who's your favorite poet?
Poet? Probably Nikki Giovanni.
Ooh, that sounds Italian.
It sounds amazing.
Mickey Giovanni.
I see how you get these white chicks, man. You know, I definitely see how you're doing it.
You just
It's
don't
some
know how to
bullshit.
get fucking any chicks.
I know how to
Kissel.
get a bunch of different kinds of girls to talk
is
to
it
me
wearing that
first.
fucking, what is it? That
It's a Mankind shirt. He was one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time.
See, now I can talk about Mankind.
Thank you. All right, Marcus.
That is not something to boast about.
What? He was in the Hell in the Cell.
I know, I watched all the Hell in the Cell. I was forced to watch all the fucking Hell in the Cell at your house.
Thank you. All right. That's fine. See, that was a good interaction, right, with a woman?
I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know. I never know with
I mean,
you.
it's good for you. You didn't get hit.
That's good.
It's just because Jordan is in between us, and I would never want to hurt Jordan's beautiful face.
All right, Marcus, let's get to another story. So there's a retarded guy walking out of the store. He got beat up for his Grand Theft Auto. Let's go to another one.
A British wedding was delayed after a man stormed into the church and hacked off his testicles.
Yeah!
Wow!
That's great!
If I'm going to do it, that's where I'm doing it.
The self-mutilator ran into Hutton All Saints Church near Brentwood in Essex with a pair of scissors and started throwing chairs around.
Oh.
As the horrified vicar looked on, he then cut away his private parts just an hour before the ceremony was due to start.
That was the groom?
It was just some guy.
Just some random dude.
I don't think he even knew there was a wedding going on that day.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Just so he just cut off his nuts in the middle of everybody.
I mean, if you're going to do it, I say do it in front of mass. Don't do it in churches like nothing's going on.
Now, this was before the wedding.
Yeah, so no one's even really there.
No one's even really there.
That's what, if that were my wedding, I would pick the balls up off the floor and I would kiss through the fucking balls when we got married. You know what I mean?
That's a good idea.
Right? Is that bad?
No, it seems like you're getting married any day now.
Yeah, I'm getting fucking married.
Yeah, what were you saying?
I'm getting married, guys.
Good luck. That's great. I mean, with a pair of scissors, this man cut his nuts off. That seems like a very aggressive way to do the ball treatment.
Guests arriving early at the venue were blocked from entering before the bloody mess had been cleaned up, but one man said he sneaked a peek and was shocked to see slices of genitals still lying on the floor.
What do they look like?
No, I mean, apparently he didn't just snip it off. He was just going to town with the scissors on his nuts.
On his nuts.
I mean, slices of genitals.
Was he on drugs, Jordan? Did you sell this guy crack before?
Bath salts. I sold him bath salts.
Bath salts. It does seem like a bath salts kind of situation.
Yep. The man said, when I went into the church, I saw something which I'd only describe as flesh. I thought it was part of his arm, but that was one of his testicles.
Just one, so he still has the other one still dangling there.
Yeah, and he chopped his testicles off with a pair of scissors and was going berserk, chucking chairs around. I'm surprised he didn't pass out.
Yeah, I'm surprised too.
So he chucked chairs around, cut off his nuts, and then continued chucking chairs around.
You got to have a playing space if you're going to have a good show.
That's true, yeah. Holden, what kind of drugs do you think he was on? We got bath salts, maybe meth or something?
Well, definitely a lot of adrenaline if he's going to continue to throw chairs around. I'm going to go with pure adrenal gland.
Really?
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
All right. Yeah. That seems very possible. I guess his nuts might be swollen and larger
Did he
at that
think
time.
his nuts were like something else? Like, was he hallucinating? He saw like his mother's head? Or me on a Tuesday, am I right? You fuckers!
Holden, man, go home, man.
You would love to go home and play Grand Theft Auto 5.
You can go to strip clubs, man, feel up titties and shit.
Did you feel up the titties in the strip club?
Yeah, dude, the mini game is you feel up her ass and her titties until she likes you enough, but you can't touch her while the bouncer's looking, and then she'll go home with you and you can fuck her, and then you can kill her.
Can you
what can you do with bionics, Jordan?
I don't fucking know.
The power of imagination, Ben.
Oh, yes.
You can be a dog. You can be the dog.
Yeah,
right?
you can be the dog. Go around, you can fuck other dogs. You'll love this, man. Yeah.
Why would I love
Wait,
this?
you can fuck dogs?
Yeah, you go around, you can fuck some
I
dogs
watched
on
that
the street.
today. He was inside of his own Rottweiler, and then the Rottweiler mounted up on another
got up on a
dude
dog.
and then the guy comes up and is like, yo, that's another fucking dude. Stop fucking that other dude. And
It's a dog.
Yeah, it's two dogs.
This big pit bull. Yeah, he's going around fuking all the dogs.
No, it's Rottweiler.
Man, I
This
love
game's
art.
amazing.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, is this art?
It is art.
It's art.
That is art. If I've ever heard of art,
So
that's
there was somebody, Kevin, you know a lot about video games. There was somebody who spent multiple hours, like 150 hours, maybe even more, just doing the dog sex scene.
Yeah.
Just creating this dog sex scene, right?
First of all, you said somebody. You misspoke. You were supposed to say genius.
Okay, I'm sorry. Some genius.
And by the way, not a genius, a team of geniuses.
Team, yeah, there's a group of guys that did it.
So there was probably someone who got yelled at for not having the dogs fucked properly.
Somebody had to fucking design the characters in the first place.
Right.
Somebody had to like motion capture that shit, probably. Somebody had
Did
to
they
do it
motion capture
themselves.
dogs
I
fucking?
really hope they did.
I fucking hope they
Yeah,
did.
but
They
there's
must
also
have.
there's an
Whole
app
bunch of
for your
sensors on
phone.
just going to town.
Yeah, do you put sensors on the dogs and just have them fuck each other?
There's
No,
an
you
app
put
on
them in
your
like one of
phone.
those suits, and you fuck them when they're in the suit.
Oh my god! This game needs to be banned.
Oh, it's amazing.
Not for violence, but for dog fucking.
Oh, it's beautiful. And you skipped a step. The dude who had to do all the research, literally watching hours and hours of
dogs
fucking.
Yeah, somebody had to do the research just to know how it looks when a human fucks a dog.
That will get you fired from every other job on the face of of the planet,
Dude,
If you're fucking,
I'm telling you, that compound they got over there in Long Island is fucking insane.
that's where Rockstar
the
Games is.
Rockstar, yeah,
Can
the
you
Rock-
talk about it at all?
Yeah, I think so. Why not?
Why not?
It's just
That
like a
video was
giant.
crazy.
It's like a gymnasium. It's a huge, like the high school size of a high school gymnasium, all white, and you're wearing that stupid motion catcher suit. with
This
all
is
the
just
balls
the
on
film
it.
studio. This is just
This
where
is just
they
the
shot
film studio,
shit.
but they got 50 people working on the game.
Wow.
Yeah, and then anytime you complete a scene, everyone claps. They're all so supportive.
Did you
Everyone's
see any
so sweet
dogs?
and nice. There were no dogs the
Okay,
day I
you
was
weren't on
there.
the dog fucking day.
I wasn't there on the
Okay.
dog fucking day. I was on the woman raping day.
Yes, which is a true thing. That's what he
yeah,
does
yeah.
in the game.
And it was just so cool because you see your digital self like on a giant screen behind up in the corner of the room, and you're just running around and like they say there's a house. There's not really a house. There's just like rods up and with like telling you where the window would be, and you
Right,
have to like
right.
play. You have to imagine that there's
It's
a
all
house
green.
there.
Everything's green screen.
No, it's not green. It's all white.
Oh, okay.
And they reflective. It picks up on reflection, so it's like almost like a hologram that it picks up on instead of like a green screen.
Wait, do you rape a real woman or do you rape a woman
He
on a
rapes
screen?
a dog.
No. It's more of I try to convince a woman to get raped.
Okay. Yeah. You
Well, if she says yes, then it's
the
not
old
possible. That's not true. Hold on, I don't like it. I don't like the joke. We have a lot of female listeners, and I love all of you. And Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
I'm kind of thinking what this demographic is looking like because I'm concerned about people hearing about my crack selling and then seeing me in real life like, oh, you got that?
They know you're bad at it. You failed miserably.
Yeah, you failed.
So don't worry about it.
I was
Look at the
16.
two.
What you guys did when you was 16?
I was morbidly obese, and I was drinking alone.
I was masturbating.
Yeah.
I was drinking and as a matter of fact, I was selling drugs. I was selling cigarettes that we would steal from the store. I was on Crime Stoppers.
Oh wow, that's incredible.
It's kind of fun.
I sold
That's
drugs too.
incredible.
It's fun.
Yeah, I actually was drinking like a 40 every day.
Yeah.
When I was 16. A 40 every
I
day.
started
and
drinking at
2
12. I'm
cigarettes.
from Wisconsin.
Oh shit.
I
Okay.
started drinking at 12 as well.
I didn't
Yes.
drink anything till like 19.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
How's that interesting? You would think
fucked up at
you would think the
16.
boy who
Yeah.
subscribed to Horse Illustrated would be quite the wild child. You're telling me you didn't drink or do any drugs at all?
Nah, man, I was just very interested in a lot of different types of pachyderms and praising God. You know, it's about glorifying God. And
is
that
true.
nigga in your life, man.
Anytime there was a holiday, we all did hard drugs. Like that was the rule. We either eat mushrooms.
This is you and your mother and your father?
Yeah, this is me, me and my father, and then my mother, God rest her soul.
She's still alive, but
She's fine, yeah,
God
yeah,
rest
yeah,
her soul.
Yeah, hard drugs. You said mushrooms. I thought you were gonna say heroin.
No, I wouldn't touch heroin.
What drug did you say?
Heroin.
Heron?
Heroin.
What is that come from heron?
Yeah, like a female
Like
superhero.
Bill Scott heroin.
A heroine. Yeah. No, they're strong.
Yeah, that's why you gotta say her.
Yeah, her.
Her.
That's how you would say it if you were on it.
I need more. No, we were doing ecstasy and acid mostly.
Yeah.
Lots of acid. Oh man, the acid.
Where is acid nowadays?
It's chemicals
Where
that
is it?
I mean, I
God knows
haven't
what
seen
it
it.
is.
Gone. There was
forever.
like one dude making it, kind of not making this up at all right now. There was one dude making it
there's
in a
still
bunker.
tabs out there.
There is, but like there was this one dude supplying pretty much the whole country with
Really?
it in a bunker, like in California, and they got him. So
Damn.
now,
Is that true?
Yeah, it went away in a big way because they got the one guy. Right? Am I making this up?
I don't know. I can
Well, I
see.
think that's why everyone's so upset about Molly right now. My mom called me. She's like, "Have you heard about this new drug, Molly?" Of course, it's like, well, what do you think I was fucking doing when I was 15 when I didn't come
It's
home?
not a new
for
drug
days?
at all.
Oh,
They
you
just
were doing
changed
it
it from
15.
ecstasy to Molly.
Yeah.
I just had it for the first time recently.
Really?
Yeah,
No,
I thought it was
this
fine.
has
Hey, when did
been-
you do it?
Our friend, our mutual friend, a mutual comedian. It is.
Oh, you
yeah.
got it from him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I got back in.
This is not a new
Oh,
thing.
you're back
though.
into it.
Well, no, I don't really,
Yeah.
It's a summer drug.
No, it was fine. I mean, I liked feeling happy, but
I've
you know.
only done Molly once, and it was wonderful. A really beautiful woman put it all over her finger and shoved it in my mouth. It was a great time.
Oh yeah, that could have gone much worse.
4th of July,
Perfect.
2010.
I would only do Danny. Well, pause. I would only do Molly if
Were you
I.
saying something homosexual?
Nah, I don't know. That's
That's
terrible.
gay, right?
Yeah, that's terrible.
This is the new thing.
Pause is terrible to
I'm
say.
telling you,
too,
Why is
like,
that bad? Wait,
Because
wait.
I worked on the Charlemagne the God show, and I learned a bunch
Oh,
of different
yeah?
sort of slang. And I realized pause is like no homo now. So you say pause, I sound like Bill O'Reilly.
I don't understand.
Pause means like I'm not being gay. Like pause, take it easy.
I was going too hard with the pause because you guys didn't even know what I was gonna say. Like I said pause before the word even.
I knew
came
what
out.
you were saying.
You know what I was gonna say?
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I was gonna say
that's black togetherness.
We're bonded right now. We need to get a
white.
fist bump across from this white man.
The weird thing is, Jordan isn't actually speaking right now, nor is Kevin. They're just telecommunicating.
You can just hear it. It's beautiful.
It's very bizarre.
They don't even
sounds
need
like
chairs
angel
anymore.
heart.
They're
This
just hovering.
podcast isn't even happening. We're all in a sensory deprivation tank right now.
Anyway, previous pause. What were you saying?
So I was gonna say I listened to a lot of Danny Brown, and I would listen to I'm like, oh damn, now I have to do Molly. Not like I'm like peer pressure, like I don't know him, but it's just like I love him so much. Like I would feel like I was in his head if I did it like once.
That's the gayest thing I've ever heard.
My buddy, I literally did Molly to like touch tits.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like, I did it because Danny Brown doesn't. I love Danny Brown. I would love to touch his head or be inside of his head, rather.
What kind of head?
No, it's, I mean,
You got to pause about 18 times. on that one.
Christ, I didn't keep the same dedication to Eazy-E that you took to Danny Brown.
No, it's just all in my head. It's just like, oh man,
I just gotta get
I'm not
AIDS.
gonna do Molly.
Were there
I've
any
done ecstasy, but
any
I'll never
kids
do
who were
Molly.
like, I must get AIDS? Eazy-E's got the AIDS. I have to
I've
get
got
it.
to
rap about
I've
AIDS.
got to beat a man.
How crazy would that be?
That's true. He rap about AIDS, but how amazing would it have been if he did rap about AIDS?
Hardest gangster rap in the world. Rap about
He'd be like, you know how many pills I took today? Like,
I'm dying, motherfucker.
Just enough so the symptoms are.
life is real, niggas. Like, get the fuck out of here. That would have happened.
Oh, my noon pill, my 1 o'clock pill. Let's go.
I like
Hey,
this
no
song.
niggas keep taking their pills like me.
Pause, but I love Eazy-E, and I just want to say I would love to get AIDS from him.
Oh my
Is that
god.
how you, use
can't
it in a
anymore.
sentence?
Yeah, that's how you would say it. Yeah, you say
Baffled
pause,
by
and then you
this.
say
Am I the
something
only one
really
that's
gay.
baffled by this?
By what?
Pause.
I'm not baffled by anything anymore.
What do you mean,
I've
pause?
seen a bat suck its
Pause.
own dick.
When did you
I
see a
don't-
bat suck its own dick? Ed?
Every time I close my eyes.
All right.
pause. I'm feeling grumpy.
I don't understand. I'm still very confused.
Does it work? No. That wasn't right.
Pause. You got a striped shirt on? Pause.
That's better.
Pause.
There we
I
go.
see.
A lot of the
More of a
Some
clothing
people
issue.
get out of hand with the pause. Though.
Yeah.
Pause, I need a beer.
Yeah, there's people that
Can I
just
say
everything.
that?
Anything could slightly ever be. I mean, what you said was incredibly gay. So
Yes,
it was
yes,
necessary. But there's times that people are like, oh yeah, man, no, it takes a nice ass. Pause. It's a nice day. Pause. They do shit like that.
They say pause and no homo. They double
yeah,
up.
yeah. People got to be secure.
No,
Oh, I just
no
learned
homo
so
though.
much.
It's an interesting subculture.
Subculture.
So-
It's a subculture of sorts.
Sometimes you gotta be scared of gay people.
They're frightening.
Can that be the name of this episode? Sometimes you gotta be scared of gay people.
Hey man, I'm gonna fuck your ass.
I'm scared of you.
Pause, I'm scared.
It is pause. I'm terrified. Yeah.
Was a basketball player that in the interview, like he said pause, like after the game, like the post game interview.
Oh, yeah, there
he was
was-
like
he got-
pause.
Oh, really?
He's like, oh no homo or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, he got in trouble for it.
He got in trouble. Yeah, he definitely did.
People were very, very upset with him.
Wow.
Anyway.
It'd be Dwight Howard.
Oh, Dwight Howard said
oh,
that.
shit.
Okay. Superman.
And he said pause?
Yeah, he said pause.
It was
during
more
an
than
interview.
one.
He plays like
sucks,
he
man.
fucked Dwight Howard.
Yeah,
He's
he
the
does.
worst NBA center of all time.
When I hear that, though, I think of a little kitten's
Yeah,
paw.
I think of PAWS.
Yeah, which is funny.
Pause. Pause up.
That'd be fun if that was the new thing. It was just like, man, you know, sometimes when I see a dick, I don't, like, hate it. And that just means, like, I don't know homo, you know?
no homo. Yeah.
I don't know.
I know, like a double negative, no homo.
I would love
Wait,
to.
I am homo.
I would love to suck that dick. No homo.
I imagine somewhere out there there's a dude who's like blowing a dude, and with every stroke he goes down. Pause. He goes down.
He's taking a pause. Like,
In the Lord's eyes, this is fun. Yeah, I think
Man, that
works.
girl over there is hot. Yes, homo. No good? No
Oh,
good?
I like it. I like the yes, homo is good.
Doesn't yes homo sound like you're saying yes to homosexuality?
Yeah, because
that's
he's
the whole
saying that
point.
girl is hot. Yes,
You're
homo.
saying the girl's
He's
hot.
doing the inverse of no homo.
Oh, I see.
It was very clever, man. That sentence was ahead of its time.
Yo, Kevin, maybe have you done shows in gay bars? I think we should go to.
Oh yeah. A while ago, I did one. Yeah.
Yeah, he strips at gay bars. He's never done stand-up, though.
I want to go to a gay bar and start off my set with like, "Oh, guys, I'm a closet heterosexual.
You're gonna bomb,
I'm scared
dude.
to talk
You're
to
gonna
girls.
bomb.
I hope
I
it
like
bombs, and then I'll just be like, "Look how handsome I am," and they'll be like, I'm gonna laugh because I want to fuck him. Like, you're not gonna hit it. You're not gonna. I'm
You're
not
gay as shit, dude.
Nah.
You're gonna be covered
Would they
in cum,
laugh
but
at that?
They're not gonna laugh. They're gonna
They
get
wouldn't
hard and
laugh?
come all over
Would
you.
you fuck Danny Brown though?
What the fuck?
I mean, from what you said earlier, it sounded like.
I don't think he'd fuck him. I think he'd just hold him for a while.
just
Yo,
spend
man,
the night.
I
Hang
do
out.
love Danny Brown, but I have 4 beers and I don't drink, so I'm like, I'm chilling right now. So, so whatever I say is just like, it's just free thoughts. You know what I'm saying? You get,
Hell yeah.
it's whatever.
Ooh,
like
Danny Brown won a Woody Award for Best Video this year.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that
And
gives
you-
me a Woody.
Exactly.
No, all homo.
He's all It's nice when the Make-A-Wish kid comes out as gay as well. That's perfect.
I'm an Outward Bound kid, actually. I did North Carolina Outward Bound.
Oh, you just
school.
went in the
Thank
middle
you
of the
very much.
woods for like a weekend or whatever
Yup,
with
and
nobody
sold
else.
crack there.
In North Carolina?
In the middle of the woods. I was selling to a bear.
Did the bear?
Very dangerous. Yeah,
That's insanely dangerous.
Just a really masculine gay dude. Just in the middle of the woods,
Right.
selling crack to him. The same dude, the same time
no,
every day.
man, I don't take salmon. Cash.
All the time.
It's always
Fuck it.
cash. All right, Marcus, do you have a quote from Dwight Howard, or want to get on to the next story?
Let's get on to the next story. I have something that somewhat relates to our current conversation. A toothless man has been found guilty of biting his neighbor's penis like a sandwich in an argument over loud music.
What
Like
kind
a
of sandwich? That's not very specific.
Like any sandwich,
Like
I
a
guess.
Vietnamese sandwich? Because those taste better than regular everyday sandwiches. Like
Nah,
a
man.
Subway sandwich.
That
shit
also, if it
sucks.
was a tuna sandwich, it would be the bite wouldn't be as hard as like say a salami sandwich.
That's a good point.
Jason Martin, 41, attacked Richard Henderson, Ricky Henderson, after he was told to turn his music down at his home in Dover, Kent. Mr. Henderson, 39, told Canterbury Crown Court that Martin's bite was so forceful he needed stitches following the attack. Martin, who only has 1 or 2 teeth, denied the charges against him and said, "The thought of putting a man's penis in my mouth. Well, it's not for me."
Well, he didn't say pause, though. He did not say pause. Notice that.
He confessed to grabbing Mr. Henderson's, quotes, bits and bobs, and said he was only acting in self-defense.
The bits and bobs.
I feel
Bits
like
and
this
bobs.
argument, like the guy was like, he's like, "I'm gonna bite your dick." It's like, you don't have any teeth.
Yeah.
He's like, "No, I'm gonna fucking bite you." He's like, "You know what? Go ahead and give it a shot."
Right. Whoa! Yikes! Whoa! You really did it.
That's a hard bite. No teeth, got stitches.
That
Oh,
one tooth
definitely.
was a molar? Like, what the fuck? How
Yeah.
did he...
He said their bottom teeth, apparently, the defendant, who claims he cannot even bite into a boiled egg, said he was punched first and held in a headlock before being kicked. He told the court, "I have only got a couple of teeth in the lower part of my mouth. I can't even bite into a hard-boiled egg. I just grabbed into an area. I didn't realize at the time it was his testicle."
I think it's a good defense, you know?
Always grab for the dick. Win the fight. That's what
I
my
agree.
father always said.
Fight
If
dirty,
you're gonna
right?
fight, win.
I feel like he's gonna be acquitted, man. There's no way you could. Like, it just seems insane. It's suspicious.
Well, listen
to be
to-
in a fight to get his dick out and bite it. That seems crazy.
Listen to what the other guy says. The guy who was bitten. He says, "My willy was not attached to the rest of my body."
What?
My willy was not attached to the
So
rest
the
of my
dude
body.
bit his dick off?
He says Mr. Henderson, who was taken to hospitals where surgeons had to stitch his penis back, said, "My willy was not attached to
But
the
the
rest of my
guy
body."
obviously had his dick exposed when this guy went to bite it, right? So he was
Had to
beating
have.
him up naked.
Apparently so.
So the guy came after this dude, dick wagging around. I mean, what else are you going to do?
Yeah,
you
should
have to
expect
bite the
that.
dick.
Yeah, if you come out dick wagging around, you should expect your dick's gonna get bit.
Something's going to happen to your
It's
dick.
2013, man. Just wild.
You know? And I don't know if you have to say pause or no homo before you bite the dick. I mean, I wouldn't assume that you do.
There's certain tactics you have to, like, do and not do when you're naked fighting someone else. And one of them is, like, don't put them in, like, a lower headlock.
Yeah.
With their fucking head right
by
next
your
to your
dick.
cock.
Yeah.
No matter what. I mean, either way, why are we fighting naked here, people?
That's a good question. That's what I want to know. That's what the story's not covering.
What was the fight over?
The row happened when Martin received a text message from Mr. Henderson's partner asking to turn down the music on his Xbox. A fight then broke out after Mr. Henderson made a snide remark about Martin's alleged drug abuse.
Okay, so this is a couple fighting.
No. This is two neighbors.
So two neighbors are fighting. One dude's gay though with his other gay buddy. They were fucking the loud music.
Yeah,
right.
It said part. Well, no. The man who bit was listening to the loud music.
So this dude was playing Xbox naked.
Yeah, he was playing Xbox
alone.
naked, yeah.
And then the gay couple were fucking. And
I don't know. Well, maybe they were fucking.
Let's
that might
assume
be why,
they were fucking.
Well, why he was naked? You know, it could be they were fucking.
That's right.
I can't believe Ricky Henderson has turned out like this.
I mean, it's insane. I had his rookie card. I had his fucking
so
rookie
many
card.
bases, and he had such a good fucking career. It's just like
I was just biting dicks off.
biting dicks.
Do you know
off,
one time Ricky Henderson was so full of himself that one time, in order because he'd be worried about people trying to find him in his hotel room, that he went in and the fake name he gave was Richard Pryor. Because he thought that he was more famous than Richard Pryor.
You mean he was really high?
Extremely high. So maybe he thought he was Richard
drugs.
Pryor. Maybe Richard Pryor signed it as Ricky Henderson. You never
Did he
know.
do drugs? Did he do
Ricky Henderson? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
a bunch of
those
coke.
nostrils. He had the like Brock Peters nostrils.
He was part of that whole crew that actually used to keep cocaine in their baseball pants.
Oh my god!
There was one guy who always used to. It was famous for sliding head first, but it was the only reason he slid head first because he had a cocaine vial in his back pocket.
Oh my god!
That's why he was so
and
fucking fast.
And the Texas Rangers coach, he got busted for doing coke.
When?
What's like a couple years ago?
Who was
I
this
didn't
Texas
even know.
Rangers
Texas
coach?
Rangers coach? Fuck, I forgot his name.
Everything I'm talking about was like 80s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is.
Oh
recent,
wow,
this
he
guy.
smoked crack too. Ron Washington failed
Ron
a drug test for cocaine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh. That's Ricky Henderson.
In
That's
a-
baseball players for you.
It's like what the fuck? It's like you're doing like so many guys are doing steroids and you're the coach and you get busted for like doing hard drugs. Like everyone else is doing steroids. Like you need to get up with the times. Like crack is an old drug.
Yeah.
Oh, crack is a very old
I feel
drug.
like they should stop
How old are you,
testing all
Jordan?
of them.
Huh?
How old are you?
25.
So you were selling crack in like 2003?
Yeah, 2003, 2004.
Oh, you should have. Yeah, I felt like it was all done then. I
It
think
was,
crack is done,
but
right?
50 Cent was very popular.
But 50
What are
Cent
you
brought it
talking
back.
about? Crack is done.
I
Have
don't
you
think
been outside
crack
the
is
fucking
not
city?
the drug anymore.
That is
Jordan, what's
not
the
true.
major drug destroying the black community?
What
is it right now?
What do you mean? Once crack came out in the 80s, the black community never existed after that. Like it's it destroyed it. Like whatever.
It ruined Tally.
Crack is for white people. Crack is
Yeah,
for black
crack.
people.
White people actually
crack is
do
definitely-
smoke more. fucking
Harlem
crack.
Harlem was a bad place in the 90s because of
Yeah,
crack.
in the 90s. I'm talking about now. Now it's
now.
fucking white people. It's
No,
white
white
trash.
people- we got meth.
Meth. We
White
got
people
meth.
were-
White
we're
people
meth
do
people.
meth, crack, coke, every drug. White
Yeah.
people do
Heroin.
Heroin. Girls got heroin.
It's like Christmas tree, like hop on high.
Oh, and we got oxycodone. We're big on that.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're big
man.
on that as well.
All right,
Is there a new drug on the streets though? Just to
I don't know,
inform.
Molly. I don't. I'm
No,
not.
okay.
I don't got my ear to the streets.
That's good though. Get it off of. Get it off the streets. That's
no,
what I would
yeah,
say.
so off.
Yeah, yeah.
They spit and gum
Yeah,
on
Marcus, Google new hot drug on the streets.
I'm way ahead of you.
What do we got? What are we dealing with here?
Molly.
Molly's not new, though.
But no, but Molly is just well, X's around for a while. Molly like popped off, like it got really popular in the past like year or two.
It's the same
Yeah, but
thing,
it's
though,
been a
right?
solid
It's the same
fucking
thing, but
10
it's
years.
supposed to
Except
be
it's
this,
it's
like-
it's a mashup of a bunch of different shit.
What do we
Supposed
got?
to be
It's gotta be a
pure,
hybrid.
Here's one that I found the other day. Shamboiling.
Shamboiling. Now,
Explain.
what's shamboiling
Like
all about?
ShamWow?
It is the process of boiling shampoo and inhaling the fumes.
That's dumb.
Really?
An active ingredient in most shampoos, ammonium lauryl sulfate, causes mild hallucinations, retrograde amnesia, and euphoria when it reaches its boiling point.
That sounds great.
Here are the steps to shamboil. Ingredients.
I don't know if we need to give the audience the steps to shamboil. I don't know if anyone should be shamboiling. Use it on your greasy ass hair.
I think they could probably Google it themselves, but the ingredients are shampoo,
Oh, wow.
A small
you need
pot
that.
and a whisk.
Ah.
Number 1, squeeze some shampoo into the pot.
If you need, okay, you know what? If you need instructions to shamboil, you're a retard and you don't get to shamboil.
Number 2,
There's 3 things.
set the stove to medium high.
Okay.
Number 3,
It's like 275, 350.
Put the pot on the stove and wait 3 to 5 minutes, occasionally stirring with a whisk. Number 4, lean over the pot and wave your hand near your nose.
Oh, you got to remind people to do that.
You have to waft.
Number 5, deeply inhale the fumes for at least 5 minutes. And number 6, enjoy your high.
Have a good time, everybody.
Have a good time, yeah. Enjoy the night.
It takes, and I know this is true because I got this from shamboiling.blogspot.com. This guy knows what he's talking
I just
about.
want this person to have a show like Rachel Ray has. You know, where she discusses making cookies, but he just discusses, or she just discusses shamboiling and making a bunch of disgusting things on your fucking stove in a pot.
So are we going to do the next round table shamboiled out?
Shamboiled,
No,
man.
no, we're not doing it. I can't deal with Holden fucking stoned. But Jay, shamboiled. You would imagine how embarrassing it is explaining to your friends what you did on Saturday night.
I feel like it takes less energy to cook crack than it is to shamboil, and you won't be as high. Like,
I agree.
You're
Crack,
not gonna-
I would say, overall, crack is better than shamboiling.
Mild hallucinations. That's not
at
even that
least.
bad. I feel like you could shamboil and go to work.
Yeah, but crack just makes you feel great, right?
Yeah, no, crack
I don't-
is just,
I don't
sounds
know.
like, I mean, I've not
it
done
sounds
crack.
like
I don't like shamboiling.
Yeah, it's like a fun ass time.
I mean,
like
what do
this
you do?
causes
I wanna-
amnesia.
Jordan,
and stuff.
I never
sorry.
smoked crack, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
Jordan,
right. I mean, yeah.
I wish I could just see you doing an open sale of shampoo on the streets. I got shampoo. I got shampoo. You just got to boil it.
Plus.
Plus, yeah.
Head and shoulders.
Oh, conditioner. Shamboil with that conditioner.
He's out
you
there
want.
selling shampoo in pots. Shampoo, pots, and instructions.
It's a bizarre business model, but it seems to be working out great for him.
Here comes Jordan clink-clanging down the street with all his pots of shampoo.
You know he's coming. He got that 5 o'clock slot time. Right around the time that the soap operas go off.
Shampoo here. Shampoo here.
Operas.
Yo, you want some poo? You want some poo?
It has
I got that.
shamboiling has many potential risks, including pneumonia, cardiac failure, and aspiration of vomit. It can also cause hearing loss, limb spasms, and damage to the central nervous system and brain.
I love that the high that they explained, like the good positive thing, was slight amnesia.
Like, yeah. You forget what a failure you are for cooking shampoo and huffing it.
I wonder where they would do that most. Probably somewhere really boring. Like,
Oh, it's got to be the South.
Like-
It's got to be the South.
or the Midwest. Are you kidding? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
like Greeley, Kansas. I only know that because like a region in Kansas because I'm considering moving there.
Moving to Kansas.
They can shamboil.
So I can shamboil.
I'll tell you one thing. If you go to Kansas, you'll be the fastest talker there. It's a slow place.
You
People
ever been?
who
Oh, yeah. I'm from Wisconsin. I'm from the Midwest.
Okay,
I
right.
know all about it.
Oh,
yeah.
word.
Don't go to South Dakota. What's that?
I'm from
city?
North Dakota, but yeah. What was South Dakota?
I don't know.
There's a racist mayor in South Dakota who wanted to have a white KKK town, but he got outvoted because was it 22 people?
he wasn't he wasn't the mayor. He just moved to a town in North
Right.
Dakota and decided that he was going to make a white settlement there.
There was 22
but
people
There were
total.
22 people there, but the one black guy in town, he fought back.
That's right. It's a true story.
And he got
That needs
him
to be a
out of
movie,
there.
by the way. Last Man Standing.
Yeah,
Nat Turner
fuck the
of
butler. Now
Midwest.
that is an
Yeah,
inspiring
fuck
story.
the butler in the White House. The one black guy in South Dakota who
That's
defends
wild.
his town from the white KKK member tried to come in.
People who shamboil are called bubblers.
Oh,
makes
man.
That's kind of cool.
There are ways to tell if your child is a bubbler.
No,
Where's the show?
it's not cool.
Oh my God! What are the ways that you can tell if your child is a bubbler?
The boiled
Backwards
shampoo.
hat, baggy jeans.
He's always saying bitch and cunt.
doesn't agree with your conservative principles.
Skateboarding, lots of girlfriends.
Doesn't eat food.
Listens to ICP.
Oh, that's a fact.
That is a fact.
I
That
would
is
guarantee you
a
shampoo or whatever this is comes
Bubblers,
from
man.
bubblers are definitely all
ICP just got a fucking sketch show. That makes me so.
Did they
Really?
really?
Yeah.
They did not.
Yeah,
It's been on for a
fucking
while now.
IFC.
Yeah, an IFC. They got a fucking sketch comedy show.
What the fuck?
God, I hate ICP. I know. I'm sorry, Marcus.
It's fine. I mean,
I'm okay. I like. What is a juggalo? I don't know.
You've never had a fucking juggalo knock up your sister before.
Right. See, that's a nightmare. There's juggalos in GTA, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That's my niece.
The other night, the genie gave me 3 wishes. That night, I fucked 3 fat bitches.
Yeah, exactly. My sister was one of those fat bitches.
I didn't know that Bella was half juggalo.
Yeah, man, she's fucking half juggalo. It's like juggalo / NASCAR enthusiast.
That's
you
worse
know?
than being like half Indian.
Yeah, no. I think he kind of was part
I'm
Native
a quarter
American.
Indian, man. I regret it every day.
Well, you can tell your child is a shamboiler if you have a distinct smell.
You're out of shampoo.
Yeah, you're out of shampoo.
You just fucking bought shampoo and you don't have it.
I just went to Dwayne Reed just today.
The boiled shampoo has a distinct smell due to the gases emitted from the boiling substance. Sheriff Truman said, "It smells like a combination of burnt nutmeg and hair."
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Jesus
That
Christ.
is bad.
So you
Smoke
just
weed. Can't everybody
weed
just
is always
smoke
the-
weed?
Shampoo's like
Smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day.
what were you saying, Ed?
I think shampoo's cheaper than weed.
It is much cheaper.
No,
So you
get
just
fucking dirt as shit weed. You can fucking find.
I don't know.
I guess perks
You go to
pretty
a dollar
cheap.
store.
Yeah.
Yeah, $1.
right. So you freebase it. You just huff the steam and the
Yeah,
smoke.
and Jordan, I have an answer to this question. This report came out of Richmond, Virginia. So it's a
Of
southern
course,
thing.
Yeah.
fucking
That makes
Virginia, man, the fucking asshole of the United
Virginians.
States.
They're innovative.
Now,
Virginia,
Sheriff-
how I do love thee.
Is that a song?
No.
Yeah. I mean, now it is.
Sheriff Truman said it's not a common occurrence or anything, but we'd maybe see it 2 or 3 times a year, usually being done by addicts with no other fix.
God damn.
It's usually done by a guy named Frank. We know who he is. It's this guy
my
who
question-
does it, posts it on the internet, trying to get other people to do it.
Right.
No one does it.
A how-to by Frank's How-To. How to shampoo or conditioner. How desperate do you have to be to boil shampoo? At what point in your life are you just like, I'm going to try this?
Well, I'm thinking about it already.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious.
I mean, how does it happen?
I
though?
am slightly curious.
You know, you're
I'm
drinking.
around,
You got your
yeah.
drugs. You got your meth.
it doesn't
you know,
say
you're
you
all
could
on
die immediately. It's
You don't
not
die
like
immediately.
Hearn.
It's like you have shampoo at the house.
Right.
You have it.
Do it once. Do it once.
Just try it.
Yeah,
I say
Don't. We've got.
I mean, I just want to know. I mean, how does
I say we all do it together.
Don't do it.
Let's all do it
not
together.
do it.
No one should do it.
Don't
I'm
do
just
it.
asking, how does the leap from shampoo in the shower go to shampoo on top of the stove?
I think you're shampooing one day. You're in the shower chilling. You
got
dropped
really
out,
hot.
You
Water's too
got
hot.
really hot. You dropped out of community college for like the 4th time.
Of course.
Your baby mother is pregnant for the 4th time.
Did you start Shamboiling?
Huh?
Did you begin this?
Nah, because I mean, if that
I'm
happened
Jordan
to me in
here
real
for
life,
Shamboil.
if that happened to me in real life and I dropped out of community college for the 4th time and just like was somewhere where I didn't have any resources,
You were
like,
very fertile.
yeah, I would do that. Like I would probably do
You would
that.
think to
but I'm
bake
from
and
New
boil-
York. I'm not from Kansas. Like that's something you do if you're from Kansas because there's nothing else to do.
That is true.
Yeah, I think there are dudes out there that have nothing going on. And
Right.
they have a bunch of household products that they know are made out of chemicals.
That's why all this shit comes out of Florida.
Yeah,
and
but
they know how
shampoo
to
is not-
manipulate chemicals to ingest them in different ways to find out
They don't
what
have
happens
I
when
just
you do
wonder
it.
how many people died by trying to boil bleach and things like that. I mean, every household thing must have been tried to be boiled at some point and huffed, right?
I accidentally drank
yeah.
a bunch of bleach once. That was horrible.
How'd you accidentally drink a
Drunk
bunch of
bleach?
bleach?
It was an accident. There was someone fucking put a cup of bleach when I was working next to my cup of water, and I took a giant gulp and put it down my throat and fucking.
What'd you do?
I dealt with it.
How'd you deal with it?
I mean, I was fine. I lived.
Did you throw up?
No, I didn't.
What do you mean? How did
That
you not
seems like you would
immediately
die.
throw up?
It was
I
one
don't
gulp of
understand
bleach.
I feel like one
You
gulp
should
of
have
bleach.
died.
I didn't throw up. No, you shouldn't have died. It's just one little.
Every
gulp of
time I
bleach.
use bleach on my
I'd
hands,
say one gulp of bleach.
One little gulp, but you say the word gulp. And when we think about the word gulp, we
It was
think about
way
like
too
a
much.
cool-
It was a big old hunk of bleach.
Wow.
Yeah, a big old hunk of
I
bleach.
was hammered too.
You didn't get sick or nothing?
No,
Well, that's the thing.
Really?
is
I
that
didn't
I
feel
guess-
great, but and I was pissed off.
Yeah.
I think my anger outweighed everything else.
At the end of the day, what we know is that you can't kill ham, and so
That is true. Especially
I was
bologna, 'cause
clean.
it's not real meat.
I was real clean.
I almost died when I was 5 years old, maybe even 3 years old. I had a Flintstone overdose.
Oh, really?
My
Flintstone vitamins?
Yeah, from the vitamins. My brother was supposed to be watching me. I got away from a second.
How old was your brother?
He's 9 years older, so he's 12.
Oh, okay.
And I got
he
into the
fucked up.
Flintstones. Yeah, he did. I spread them all across my mother's bed and ate like 15 of them.
Wow.
And I had so much iron in my system. And my mom came home and saw me like, passed out. And rushed me to the hospital. I had to get my stomach pumped. I had charcoal down my nose. And I was like, I almost died.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
You got to
very
revive this boy. He's going to be a shampoo
I had
dealer
too
one
much
day.
iron in my system. I think my brain is all right. I don't know. I can't,
It's tough to say.
I can't
Seems
call
all
it.
right.
It's
It
all
seems
right.
good. Yeah. I did a similar thing with Triametic. I drank 2 bottles of Triametic, the
Goddamn,
orange.
what's
and,
Triametic?
Triametic is a great tasting kids like cough medicine.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. And I was in a coma for like a week.
I ate too much Flintstone vitamins one time too. I had 8, and I went up to my mom. I was like, "Hey, Mom, I did it. I had 8. You know, it's really great because it's the good stuff." You know, and I was like bragging about it, and she like flipped out. You know, and then
You went to the hospital?
no, it was fine.
No.
Your mother just beat him.
What?
How old were you?
Young as fuck.
Yeah, but he only had 8.
I'm an
you had like
ox
15.
though.
like
It's
15,
different.
yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie's parents were abusive physically. Mine were a little bit, but not as bad as
Parents
Eddie's.
weren't that abusive.
It sounds like they
No,
were
your
abusive.
mom just really loved
What was
you.
that? Eddie, what was that thing with the telephone? Why'd your mother hit you in the face with the telephone
Why do we
again?
always have to
My
bring up
room
the
was
telephone?
dirty.
Oh, damn.
All right.
I'm telling you.
Now it's time for a segment from
Your
Home
mother's a
McNeely.
hell of a woman.
That's
That's nice. But I think about that telephone thing sometimes.
Segment time.
Let's
Go to Football Town and talk a little bit about football.
Town.
One thing you
3-0 Dolphins. By the way, God damn it, haven't said that sentence since I could speak.
Do you want to sing the Miami Fight song? Do you know it, Eddie?
Next time, I'm not gonna brag too much.
I know.
Okay,
I know
okay.
how to sing this song though. That's all I know.
5-0, we'll sing it.
Okay.
5-0. You get to hear the Miami Fight song.
All right, so what would you change about football to make the game better? Marcus is a commissioner. He will choose the change that chooses him.
Oh, shit.
And I will start pretty much just like, everything the same and all that. But like final 10 minutes of the game, if it's a shit game, like a very low scoring game, very boring, we release a bear on the field.
Okay.
And the bear can score points, by the way, and come into the lead and win. So that same bear could make it to the playoffs and to the Super Bowl, depending on how many shitty games there were that year.
Does the bear score more points than a regular person?
The point system's different. Like if he murders a dude, that's touchdown, 7 points.
But for which team?
Doesn't matter. Because he's just on the field stopping everybody.
Oh, okay. So,
He's
So
not
what?
playing for a
7
team.
points just go in the air?
7 points
To the
go
bear.
to the bear, so he could win. If he wins,
What if
he goes
What if
to
they're
the Super
playing
Bowl.
Chicago?
The Bears.
Then we'll give the Bears 2 extra
man.
points.
That's funny, man. I laughed at it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm on 5 years.
So essentially, and if he just maims a dude, if he just rips an arm or a leg off or something, that's just field goal. It's 3 points.
oh, okay.
Right? So there you go. And if
What
he,
if the player dies after the game is over?
retroactively give that bear some fucking points.
All right.
And he'll win that goddamn game.
All right, sounds
Internal
good.
bleeding, all that kind of stuff. And if he says a word, if he speaks a human language word, he gets like a 2-point conversion. He gets 2 points.
Okay, so I mean, I like that because
2 points.
it
Bear
gives
gets 2 points.
it gives teams incentive to give their all
Play
the time
better,
because if
be
you
more
don't,
fun.
If you don't, and it would discourage blowouts as well because if you get too far ahead, then the Bear's going to come out.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I think that a good little amendment to what you do is not even just Bears, is you would choose the mascot of that team, and then
And
your
they come
mascot
out?
would come
Okay,
out.
fuck
the thing
it.
that would suck though, if like the Cardinals, so like
Yeah.
a whole bunch of tiny birds would come and like peck you to death.
That'd be
Yeah,
kind of
but are
fun,
you-
though.
Yeah, but what are they going to do with the Browns? They're just going to throw a bunch of football helmets up there?
Poo poo.
Oh,
Yeah,
poo-poo.
poo-poo.
Okay.
Hey, drown on the poo poo.
Yeah, the chargers, man. The whole field becomes like electricity charged, and you can't walk in.
Yeah,
certain
Cowboys
patches of the
just a
field.
bunch of drunk rednecks with guns.
Oh Lord!
Yeah, man, the Redskins, fucking Indians are gonna come back from the dead.
But they inevitably lose the game.
Yeah, but what
Okay,
are you gonna
fine.
do with dolphins, though?
What are you talking about? Dolphins are the most lethal animal on the fucking earth.
Not on land, Ed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tried jumping in a pile of dolphins, trying to get back to the water.
Like, it's going to be difficult for the dolphin to navigate the football field because it's grass and not water. But,
Hell yeah! I
you
love
never
the
know.
Panthers, man. Let's do this, North Carolina. That'd be fucking
Bengals.
fantastic.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the Bengals would be good. The Patriots, God knows.
Seahawks will still suck.
Sure. The Packers, that's just a bunch of, union workers.
49ers, that's a bunch of old grizzled men with pickaxes and shit.
Sure, yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, last 10 minutes of the game. If your game is
Vikings,
shit.
man.
Yeah, the
Vikings would be
Texans,
good.
also a bunch of drunk rednecks with guns.
God damn it, this is great.
Giants is just like a whole bunch of Dikembe Mutombos.
Ooh, that's good.
Who wants to sex Matumbo?
Everyone does. You're a massive man. You've got that Kissel effect.
Ooh, and the Jets, they just crash a plane into the stadium.
All right. It's a little
That's
close
a little
to 9/11.
ironic, huh?
Yeah. It's a little sad. It's a sad.
Don't do that, man.
All right, so that's mine. Yeah.
All right, Kevin, what do you got?
Okay, cool. So I didn't really put a lot of thought in this, but I got some pretty cool ideas, man. 'Cause I'm a pretty cool guy. First of all, more birds, more lizards. That's one thing I know that will help the NFL. Take that how you want. Outside of that, I think every time people tackle people, they gotta say pause, because you know what? Bunch of grown dudes wearing tights, it's kind of gay, hugging each other. I'm the best.
All right.
The
More
pause.
birds, more lizards. Say pause before or after every tackle.
Both. Come on, man. You got to cover all bases.
All right.
I think there's already way too many timeouts in football.
Yeah.
We have to
And you can't have any more. Is there going to be a penalty if you don't say pause?
Oh, that was all types of penalties, man.
How many? Well, so what do the birds do?
The birds are just there, man. They're just on the field.
And
We
the
put
liz-
black beans on their wings so they can't really fly, and they just kind of hanging out on the field, and you got to kind of dodge them and shit.
So it's just a slippery field.
Yeah, no,
because
it's
you're going to
wild,
be
man.
slipping on birds. And
It's wild,
lizards.
man. I got a big imagination.
I like it. Yeah. Jordan.
What are you talking about?
One way. How would Jim Jordan is now?
New rule.
6 beers deep.
New rule to make football better.
Make football better? All right, you guys said that at the beginning, at the time. I don't know why. Fucking, just, I don't know, naked woman just everywhere.
That was mine.
I love that.
Women everywhere.
Naked women, but like nice ones, like porn stars. I really like. I'm a big fan of Bella Moretti. That's really specific. but
Okay.
she
We'll
has
get
a
her. Yeah.
Really nice tramp stamp. Just like a whole bunch of clone Bella Morettis. Like whenever a guy scores a touchdown, like she has to fuck him.
Bella, that's your niece's name.
Yeah, that is my 7-year-old niece.
Interesting.
That's beautiful, man.
Wow.
You know how sometimes the world just comes together?
She's never going to be a porn star. She's
Everything
already a
is-
fat 7-year-old.
Everything is sick.
Hey,
with
here,
her.
everyone, just so you know, here is
she's
Bella Moretti.
bad.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
She looks like
Fucking-
DMX's
she's
girlfriend in
fucking
Belly.
She's got ugly
fucking-
tits.
She's got great
What?
tits.
She's fucking
man.
beautiful.
That's somebody you marry.
She's tight. Yeah. Look at her. She got
you know
this
what?
shit.
She has her own name tattooed on her ass.
I don't
That's
like
special.
her. I'm not. I'm going to tell the truth. I don't like her. I don't like her,
I
Jordan.
don't like her either.
No.
I like
She
I
got
watch
no
a
ass.
lot of porn.
You don't like it? No,
No,
ass.
But she's tight.
I like
Her
her.
tits
Tight.
are good enough.
Tight. She's
She has
fucking
a
Lex
nice-
Steele.
She has a nice.
No,
She
she
has
has
an
no ass. She has no tits.
Never seen you so passionate.
I'm telling you, it's a bad porn selection.
Sometimes you have to appreciate the beauty of a black woman.
Come on.
I don't
I
think you
fuck
have
black
that
Come on,
inside
look
you.
at her. She's
You
number
wish you
22
fucked
on the
like-
top 100 porn
Yo,
stars
there's
list.
this other porn star.
Top 100 porn stars.
Top easy. Are you kidding?
No, I don't like her. I don't
Oh God,
She's
I love
totally
her so
hot.
much.
Yeah.
She's hot. I'm just saying, Jordan, you got to diversify because that is not the hottest black chick working around today. Go with Miss Jada, who squirts all over the place.
Jada
Fire.
Well, Jada Fire is
she
great,
has
but
the
then there's
hugest
also, what's her name?
Those shits are off.
Diamond.
I like Jada Pinkett Smith. I like her pornos.
Yeah. It's just Will Smith talking to her about Scientology, and she masturbates.
You know I really like dick. That's what Will Smith is saying.
Exactly. Pause. I'm gonna
no.
fucking suck this dude's
Remember,
dick.
hottest black porn star right now, Skin Diamond.
Oh, dude, like
damn.
Skin Diamond.
Skin Diamond is fucking
Skin
incredible.
Diamond.
I want to.
She was the girl in the SpongeBob SquarePants porno.
Square nuts.
But yeah,
I
there's, or
agree,
yeah,
she got a bunch
there's
of
Skin Diamond.
Those are.
Yeah.
bunch of jizz all
God.
over.
You saw a woman with
Did you
cum
not
all
see
over
her
her face.
before, Jordan?
Oh my! No, I'm just saying that shot was ridiculous.
Yeah,
Her
exactly.
face was covered in cum.
I know.
In a good way.
How am I supposed to react?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, don't you want to just be her?
That was like top 5 thirstiest sentences.
I just like when they come on their mascara and it looks like they've been crying.
Yeah.
And we've all watched the bukkake scenes, and you hear in the background, ting, 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 ting,
Bukkake,
taking
bukkake.
so many pictures.
That's
every
right.
time.
She seems friendly.
She's a nice woman who has a good job, and I hope her career goes
So,
well.
Ben, what
It
would
is a
you
good
change
job,
about
though.
football?
You know what? Another thank you. I don't know. I would want death. Spikes on the field. I want the cheerleaders to be men, and the coaches to be women. I would like to see
Ruined
this
football?
ruin
Yeah.
football. No, I mean, I don't know. I feel like football right now, I wish it would just go back to the way it was in the 1960s, where people got to hit the fuck out of each other. There were very, very few rules, and scrums, involved similar situations where that man bit that other man's penis off.
Mm-hmm.
It was a violent game, and people were just insane monsters. That's what I want to see
There were
football
less.
to be.
They were saying there was so many less concussions
Back then, because
Back
they didn't
then,
have the helmets, because they were
didn't have helmets and
terrified.
they were all scared to hit each other, so no one
Exactly.
fucking had concussions.
So that's another thing. I'll go back to the leather
What
helmets.
he just said, though.
It just reminded me of some shit.
Oh, Kevin said that?
just said.
Oh, yeah. Well,
No, dude, when you were talking about like being a assistant, I saw this yesterday because there was a lot of absurd things happening yesterday. Historically, black colleges will never be good at football. That's something that we know.
Which is so ironic.
It is
drum
very
line.
ironic.
It's very weird.
Like,
Drum
Dozens of
lines.
losses and no wins.
Yeah, no,
It's
yeah,
almost
best,
like
best marching bands fucking
yeah,
ever.
it's almost like
no, I was watching that shit yesterday. FSU beat Bethune-Cookman like 56-6.
Bethune-Cookman?
Oh yeah,
Bethune-Cookman, they shouldn't be allowed to play
exactly,
FSU.
exactly. 56-6. Somebody beat. Was it FAMU? I think 76-0.
Jesus. Oh, there was Ohio State.
Yeah, Ohio State.
Yeah.
And then there was another. I think Florida was playing some other black college in just the same type of situation.
Bowling Green or something.
Yeah, so we started looking up like the biggest margin defeat ever. Apparently, I think it was Georgia Tech in 1916 beat. I forget what the other school was. 220-0.
Wow.
What?
220
That is mean.
to fucking 0, man. That's unbelievable.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think some of them just do that for the money. I read somewhere where there's like this coach of some HSBCU was saying like that they were taking all these losses because they were getting money like from people coming to the games and it being on TV or whatever.
Yeah, you get a
Like,
lot of
they
money
just
for getting your
do
ass
it.
kicked.
Yeah, so they're just like
not
getting
bad.
the shit kicked out of them and.
Maybe another fun thing would be to separate every team by race, but also by like Germans, Irish, Jamaican, like really get specific with it so you could fill out an entire league.
So you're saying intense segregation?
Intent, but like really by every league, not
Let's
black
bring
and
it
white.
back. Let's bring it back.
Right, but very specific, so it's not a white,
the only
black, or
time
Asian.
black people are rooting for segregation.
Only time ever, because but what? I don't even know.
So Marcus, he's saying leather helmets and intense segregation.
He's saying
intense
like,
segregation.
if I can read back my notes, another thank you. Death, spikes, cheerleaders to be men, coaches to be women, people get hurt, no rules, bring back segregation.
Well, Joe, out of context, it sounds a little too progressive for me. So let's make the women cheerleaders and the men coaches again.
You can't take that shit back.
I
You're
can't
a
take
fucking
anything
put it.
back.
No, but really diversified.
Jackie, what do you got?
Okay, the game is completely the same until you hit the playoffs, all right? When you finally get down to the best of the best teams, you set them all out on a month hunting trip. They have to choose what skin they're going to wear during the playoffs. What they kill, they can wear.
Oh, wow.
So whatever you are able to kill as a fucking man, you are to wear to show how much of a man that you are. And when you get into the arena, There's no audience. It's complete like dome. It's just you guys and this includes the coach too. So hopefully the coach has the biggest, baddest animal on them.
Yeah.
Or else the coach should be murdered. And when you get into the arena to play the game, drugs are given out to each side of the team. Some are placebos, some are acid, some are Molly, some are fucking heroin. It's all across the fucking board.
Right.
It could be anything. So you're wearing the skins. You don't know what drug you got coursing through your body.
Vegas be going
and you
crazy.
play the fucking game.
I like
And that's
this a
how you
lot.
Yeah,
see
this is a
what
good
a
one.
real man is.
I know we can beat
No, that makes the game so much better.
Imagine a bunch of football players on Molly just loving each other.
Wearing the skins of the animals they kill.
No,
Joe
like
Flacco's-
4 football players on Molly, 5 on meth, 6 Shamboiling.
Yeah,
Oh my God!
And then there's like 4
An
or
assistant
5 that
coach
are
is
completely sober.
Yeah, the assistant coach is making up the Shamboiling on the sideline. He's like trying to cook it like they do the Gatorade. And
Oh yeah, there'd have to be
the Shamboiling bath for the coach at the end.
No, this is great. Only the offensive line is sober.
I love it.
Everyone
That sounds great.
else is completely fucked up.
I like that.
Man.
Ed, what do you got?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I really respect Jordan's thing with the naked women.
Yeah.
I love Jackie's thing with the drugs.
You like my thing?
What's your thing again?
Either way.
You know, I don't like if we can just get those things in process, because I was actually kind of leaning towards both of those, but you can't take it because it's already been said. So I would just say, just get rid of Buffalo.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Get rid of
Get rid
like
of
the
Buffalo.
city. No, but like not the team, like the city.
But we're gonna keep the state. We're just gonna
Get rid of Buffalo. I support that.
Okay.
Have you ever
We're
met a
just
person
gonna
from
wipe
Buffalo?
the city
Yeah.
of Buffalo
Done.
off the
Peace.
map.
Yeah.
We got we're gonna take Syria's bombs.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're gonna unleash them on Buffalo, and then we're gonna let Canada keep whatever's left.
Right.
That's great.
Because they want a football team.
I
It's a
would
very
be
funny
fine to
comedian.
get rid of Syracuse.
Yeah, Syracuse, nah.
I went to a community college in Syracuse.
I'm sure you did great.
Onondaga Community College.
Do you really have to go back there?
Underdonker?
No, that's why I want it blown up.
Yeah.
All right, well, obviously Jackie wins.
Yeah. I know
But,
your sport
however-
better than your sport.
However, here's what I'm going to do, is that during the playoffs, Jackie is in power. Her plan is in power. Regular season, though, we're going for Holden's plan.
Bears.
It's going to make the preseason a lot more exciting.
Mascots,
I like it.
everything.
I
Yeah,
just
we
can't-
released those fucking.
Yeah, no more
animals.
blowouts in the preseason.
So I win in a way.
in a way,
Fantastic.
Yeah, but
Thank you,
mostly
everybody.
I
Jackie,
win.
you're
But
welcome.
Holden-
And
But you didn't win, though.
You didn't win. I won.
everybody have a good night. And from the center of the world,
I
Roundtable
appreciate
says
that.
good night.
Holden. It was
I'm
definitely
fine
me
with
that
that.
won.
Yeah, that's
Kissel
great.
100% did not win.
I almost won though. All right. Well, that's Jackie.
It was when you said that the
Zebrowski.
coaches should be women.
I thought that was a good move.
No. Only if I'm the coach, then that would be
Ed
good.
Larson.
Then
Coach, you're the cunt.
I'm the cunt.
Right.
I love being the cunt.
That's Holden McNeely. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I believe in it too.
Kevin Barnett.
You are the
And Jordan Temple, everybody. And
Slap some ass, everybody.
that's right. Slap some ass. Jordan Temple. Follow him on Facebook.
You got some followers now, bitch.
Wait. I do have a Twitter. I mean, it doesn't.
What is it?
It's at Jordy Ploy. JORDY PLOY.
Is that a pause?
Huh? Yeah, applause and no homie.
Yeah. No,
No
homie.
homie.
No, homie. You
You're
don't have
gonna
any
get
friends.
so many
Friends, yeah, no
followers. That's Marcus Parks.
No.
follow me at Cracker Spawn.
Cracker Spot.
And thank you to the young lady who sent us her
Oh my
tips.
God!
Thank you, lady.
Oh my
so
God!
nice
What
of
Marcus?
her.
What is her
Send us
name?
her
Does she
tips.
have
Well,
a
no,
name?
we shouldn't
We
say
shouldn't
it.
No,
say
we
her
shouldn't
name.
say her first name. Maybe
We shouldn't say
a
her
nice
name.
first
It
name.
He
was
didn't
so-
send me her first name.
Woman who sent the tits,
I've
you
gotta
know who
say,
you are. I
when-
jacked off to her.
I saw
great
the,
tits. Better than that fucking porn star
the
you like.
thread of the tits, and I was like, God, what kind of fucking monster sent
Where
these
is she?
tits?
Yeah,
I look at the tits, tight.
Nice.
Beautiful tits.
Really?
Nice
No, I
tits.
said that totally
Marcus,
joking.
show
Yo,
Jordan
I-
the titties that we got
What a
sent.
sweetheart.
Let's see these
You
again.
guys are killing the podcast.
That's right. Oh, look at those.
tits.
Beautiful.
Nice fucking titties.
Are those black tits?
I didn't might be black tits.
Those are black tits.
They
Oh, I love
Whose
you.
black tits are those?
Oh my God, I love it.
Burr going on there. there. Guiltfromlust.tumblr.com.
From where?
Yeah.
Guilt from
Look,
lust.
Where
find
is
the
she?
Tumblr.
Where is she?
Oh,
man.
man.
Let's
she's
find
not
this.
here.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Well, there's a bunch
Made
of
her
things
Tumblr.
going on.
Wait,
Wow, look at her
I
getting
need a new
getting
girlfriend.
now.
Laying in my bed.
Wait a minute, but
Gil?
that
She's
same
getting the brain.
picture is on her Tumblr. I don't feel it's special anymore.
No. See, that picture is her tits, and these other pictures are things that just get her hot.
This is great.
We got to find her.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we found her.
We did find her.
I think she found us. Yeah.
Oh, she says she's a virgin.
But thank you, sweetheart. We really
virgin.
appreciate it.
No, with those
Great
fucking tits, girl, you ain't gonna be a virgin for long.
Hey, if you listen to this, holla at me right now. I'm at Kevin
Don't
Barnett on
holler at
Facebook.
him ever.
Fat Boy
Don't
Barnett
fucking
on
ever
Twitter.
holler at him.
Just
Don't
let's talk
listen
about
to
some
what
things.
he's saying.
I got a lot of money.
Never fucking
and,
listen to what
you
he's
can buy
saying.
Stuff,
You can't
man.
even
We'll
get
get
a
some
fucking
food.
monkey to
We
blow
go
him off.
macaroni and cheeses, man. Macaroni and cheeses.
Yeah.
Blow pops.
Yeah.
Let's
I
have
will
it.
say I'll probably fuck her. She would fuck me.
She would not fuck you.
That'd
She's
be
got
a
more
great-
class than that.
That was fun.